have responsibility at different levels need to think about that, and really, because there is a lot we can tap, from them. But I think the young people should feel they have that responsibility to show up. They need to be there. They need to show up. They can't be there and say, no, they didn't call me, so... the responsibility should be shared, really. Yes, the young people, they are important. But you see, when you are important and say, okay, I'm important, but so somebody should recognize that and come to me, then there is a problem. The young people are important. They are needed. They should show up. They should come forward and even demand. And actually say, no, we want to be part of this. It's their right to demand. Again, it's a long journey. It won't happen overnight. It won't happen just because somebody remembers to do that and another one doesn't, and then the young people also, sometimes they are there, another time they are not there. We need all to move, to get things moving and come forward and do some of these things. But the point is taken. The young people, tell them, I completely agree with you. They should be involved, but they should really show up.
Yeah. And actually, to underscore that point, one of the key proposals in the EU reform, I believe, is actually to set up quotas for young people and women.
Women,
yes.
Yeah.
I think the gentleman in the third row, the glasses, was next.
Hi, Mr. President. My name is Anesu. I'm from Zimbabwe, and I'm a young person, and I'm going to show up. I'm showing up, exactly.
That's a good example.
In fact, I'm going to set a proposal that whatever committee is going to be formed for young people, I'm inviting myself to that committee.
Sure.
Okay. My question really is I'm a master's student for international development here in Washington, D.C. at the School for International Training. My question really is about to do with financing. I hear the African Union is really focusing on how we should finance ourselves. But as I look at it, most African countries don't have that capacity to finance themselves, let alone the African Union. So I'll give an example of, for example, if I am a business person in Zimbabwe and I have a product, I will choose to go and sell that product in Europe because I'll get more money than going at that product maybe in Zambia because they probably won't pay me as much as I have. So shouldn't we be focusing more on how to really build our economies to be functional economies and really have those currencies that we need so that we have enough capacity to fund not just the African Union, but our own countries? What focus is happening towards that direction? That's my question.
But it is not either or. When we were talking about being able to finance our activities, we weren't talking about stopping countries growing their economies at all. We are saying they should happen at the same time. But it is also not true if you look at every country across the continent. Actually, what is asked of them to pay their share of burden for the AU is something they can afford. And it's not a flat kind of contribution. Those who have more contribute more than others. Those who have less will contribute less. I think that was taken care of. It's not a big thing. But there is a problem here that maybe we may be missing. Even things as they stand today, before this formula was given. And initially, countries were not even complaining that they are being asked to pay more than they are capable of. That hasn't become an issue. But of course, what we find is that some countries among those who are actually known to have resources don't even pay. And not paying doesn't have a relationship with being capable or not to pay. It is just the will to pay or the understanding of what that does that should be positive for the continent. So it's a lot of, I think there is more politics involved and the will to really say advancing the cause of the continent is advancing your own cause as a country. Right. There is a sort of disconnect. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. Yes, I think you're next.
Good afternoon, Your Excellency. I'm Ambassador Kanashombori. I'm your African Union Ambassador to the United States. Mine is a comment, and I just wanted to thank you first and foremost for what you have done for the women of Rwanda, and hopefully you will duplicate that in the rest of the continent. For those of you who do not know, Rwanda has a 64% female cabinet. No country in the world comes even close. Parliament, yes, Parliament, yes. 64%.
Yeah.
And
40-something in the cabinet. That's
So for that, we want to thank you. And those are some of the things that we need to highlight as we engage our conversations about Africa. And to my sister, Ambassador, I wanted to say, for you, to your students, you need to let your students know that for you to be able to contribute to the development of Africa, first and foremost, you must stand up and be counted. We have no idea who you are and where you are. The Indian diaspora are organized. Their voices are loud and clear. The Chinese, the Indian, the Irish, the Japanese, you name it. The diaspora from other ethnic groups are very organized. When you ask for the voices of the African diaspora, go to the graveyard, because we are nowhere to be heard. Right. So before the leadership can stand up and help us, they must know where we are and what we are doing. So tell your young people, and you young men from Zimbabwe, stand up and be counted so we can speak for you. Thank you.
Thank you. I think
Dr.
the African Union is well represented.
Thank you, Your Excellency. First, my name is Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. I'm on the advisory board, along with Donald Kabaruka of this African Growth Initiative. So, among other things. So I wanted to first say congratulations.